Hi there, Loy Machedo speaking to you from loymachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo? Think personal branding. Okay. Uh, this is going to be, you know, my nothing series video. And instead of going outside, I decided to make the video in the house. Okay. For those of you, who are new to this, nothing is the series where I just share my thoughts without having a script. Okay. Uh, I'm still reeling with the incident that happened in Thailand. Okay, the the daycare, incident with children who have died, and I've not been able to sleep the whole night. I tried to sleep, could not sleep. Whatever sleep I could get, then finally I was like, just forget this. So I got up at around, I think, 3 o'clock. I slept late, um, 12 or something, and ever since I've been awake. And it's been a little hard for me. It's like every time I keep checking the news, even though I've read the incident, even though I know what has happened, even though um, by now all of us know how many children died and what has happened, I'm constantly reading it. And I guess one of the reasons why I'm so affected by it is because, I have a daughter, and she goes to one of the same schools like these children. They have the very same um, room setup. The schools are more or less the same. The curriculum is the same. The uniform is the same. The interiors of the school is kind of the same, ABCD and fruits and animals and all that. So when I see my baby and I see her jumping and I see her happy, my mind just keeps going back and forth as to what if it would have been my baby? What if someone came and attacked my baby? What if my baby was in danger? What if that incident, that graphic incident that happened, what that man did, what if it was my baby? And that really leaves me helpless, that really leaves me, I don't know if the right word is angry, because that person, that individual, after committing that horrific crime, he killed himself. So now he spared the punishment. He had an easy way out, so to speak. You did all this, and instead of suffering the punishment, you just killed yourself, and that was it. So it leaves me very angry as to, like, he didn't get what he deserved. And now, when I see those news updates and I see those families crying, I see the mothers, I see the fathers, I see their photographs. And the funny thing is, below my video, those comments I've deleted, by the way. You get these guys who basically, okay, they might not like me or they may not like my opinion, or they're just trolls. For them to put comments which, and some of them are plain dumb. Some of these guys are they're just bloody idiots. Like one guy from India posted, "Oh, can you tell me why this is not happening in India? We have a population of 1.3 or 1.4 billion. Why is it happening in this place?" Then one other guy is like, uh, "Which religion was this guy? Can you tell me?" And then one other guy, "Why the hell are you so shocked? Uh, if someone takes, drugs, don't you expect them to behave like this?" I don't know, man. Agreed, there are idiots on this planet. Agreed. But I'll tell you one thing, when you hide behind a wall of anonymity, you can type whatever you want, you can say whatever you want. But then when you're held accountable, it's different, right? And that is why these guys, they're bloody cowards. They don't want to be held accountable for what they say. They just want to say it and get away with it. Like I remember there was this editor of uh, Tiger, Thaiger. It's a online newspaper for Thailand. The founder who created it, to everyone's shock and surprise, he resigned. He sold it to the investors after, I think, being on board for 10 years or I don't know, 15 years, whatever. And he was a face on the videos. He used to give the news. He's in his 60s. He retired. He quit. So people are shocked. And one of the comments that he gave was, he's saying people post very cruel stuff. And, the guy who was taking his interview, it came in Irish Times. That's another YouTube channel. That guy was taking his interview. He had taken my interview also. Irish Times. You can type Irish Times. Loy Machedo will say my interview. So his interview was Irish Times, the founder of Tiger newspaper retires or something like that. So he said, did it bother you? Did those comments bother you? Generally, people, they say that, no, it didn't bother me. I don't care a damn. They never had the guts to say it on my face. But in his case, he said, it really did bother me. It really did affect me. And he's saying, because here is a person who can say whatever he likes, you know, allegations, fake claims, abuse the person, and then he can go and sleep and he doesn't have to care a damn because he has done it from a fake account. He doesn't care. He can abuse 20, 30 people and he doesn't care. But the person who's receiving it, it, it affects him and the thought remains with him. And this is what happened to him. In my case, I don't get too affected or bothered when people abuse me or talk shit about me. I've been used to it. But when you're talking of this incident, this specific incident, and you're thinking about your child, you're thinking of the safety of your children. I mean, what kind of a human being derives a certain amount of pleasure to even make fun of a child? That is why, honestly speaking, I genuinely, I sincerely hope that, especially in India, that they are going to make it mandatory for. There was a proposal that anyone who has social media, he cannot use it unless they verify it with a legal ID. So whichever account you have, it has to be verified. So they know who is doing what and you're held accountable. For people who have nothing to hide, they don't mind that because they know I'll be held responsible for what I say. But for these characterless, spineless individuals, for them, no, 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 I want my privacy. Yeah, privacy to do what? Privacy to do something which is dirty, sinister, evil that you can get away with, right? Anyway, I'm just impacted by this very incident. And obviously, I'm not going to stay affected by this. I'm obviously going to move on at some point. But I can tell you, when I see my baby, like today when she went to school, I was really scared. I was really afraid. I was really thinking, what if someone just jumps in? What if someone tries to become a copycat? What if someone tries to hurt and harm? These are the genuine concerns that any parent would have, and especially if you love your children. So maybe this is all silly for some people, but for me, it is not. And, that is why yesterday, when when I came back, what I did was I went to 7-Eleven, the convenience store. I saw some of the toys my baby likes to. She always likes to tell me, "I want to buy this. I want to buy that." So we generally buy one toy per week. Me. My wife says no. So what I did was I thought to myself, if tomorrow something might have happened to my baby, I mean, would I ever get an opportunity to buy these toys? She likes chocolates. I always say no, buy later. Now, obviously, I'm not going to spoil my child by buying all the toys and all the chocolates. There should be moderation. But at that particular moment, what I did is I spoke to her on video. I asked her, what do you want? I purchased the toy. I purchased a couple of chocolates. Uh, I'll share that video with you. You can see it separately. And my baby was very happy. All the while, I just kept, even though I didn't show, all the while, I just treasured that moment that my baby was happy. Obviously, my baby doesn't know what are the problems in the world and all that. But yeah, this has really been bothering me a lot. It's crazy, huh? What kind of world we live in, how unpredictable life is, what can happen. I just wish I can, get through this. But this thing will remain in my head for quite some time. I've never been so shaken up as this, even though it happened 1,200 kilometers away. It's a grim reminder that you just don't know what can happen to whom. In fact, I just think about the fact that I just replay these thoughts that the parents, they drop their children to that school like any other day. They said goodbye like any other day. And they went to their work. They went to do work. They assumed that their babies would be safe. Like right now, my baby is in school. And all of a sudden, maybe the phone rings or they find out something happened. And your heart just comes out. It's like it stops beating. You run with frantic fear. And then when you reach there, I don't know, man. It's very tough. It's very tough when you imagine, if if you don't have a child, maybe you'll not understand this. But if you do have a child, it would really bother you a lot. And as I read more and more, I found out what exactly happened. It's more disturbing as you read through it, how each child died, and it really, really, it just breaks your heart. Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to share this. We live in a world where there are a lot of sick individuals, lots of sick individuals. Those ignorant fools who are talking about, oh, India, nothing happens. If you just subscribe to In Shorts, they give about all these crimes which are committed against children, infants, and some of it you read it and you cannot believe, like, what, that man did this to a child. And It really bothers you, man. Anyway, all I want to tell you is I'm just I'm just sharing my fears and my thoughts and my worries, and we live in a very funny world. I'll tell you that much. And the word funny is not like funny as comedy. Strange, fearful. As it is, we have so many battles to fight and face, and then we have this. I I just wish I could say that I wish for a safer world. I don't know, man. I'm just very affected by this incident. That's all I can tell you. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. That's all I can tell you. But yeah, this incident has really hit me. Anyway, yeah, one thing I do want to tell you before I conclude. Um, I generally don't mind good, bad, ugly comments. But I can assure you this much. Whomsoever does put any funny comments with regards to these children or this incident, I've already blocked and deleted, I think, 6, which is the highest, at least in a day. I don't mind, blocking and deleting another 60 more, because there are some things which you can joke about and talk about and make fun, and then there are others which you cannot. Anyway, that's all I wanted to share with you. Good, bad, ugly. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This is me signing off. You guys take care.